Wadephul stressed that Israel must always have friends and partners in the international community, but said that support is clearly in danger. He called the humanitarian situation in Gaza beyond imagination and demanded Israel provide assurances that it is not pursuing a policy of expulsion or annexation in Palestinian territory. His comments came at the start of a two-day trip that includes visits to both Israel and the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Let's take a listen in to what the German Foreign Minister had to say.
Entscheidend ist nämlich der Landweg. Und hier ist die israelische Regierung in der Pflicht, schnell, sicher und ausreichend humanitäre und medizinische Hilfe zuzulassen, damit ein Massensterben im Rahmen einer Hungersnot abgewendet werden kann. Wir brauchen Klarheit, auch von Israel, dass keine Politik der Vertreibung und keine Politik der aktiven Annexion betrieben wird. Wir befinden uns nach meiner Beurteilung in einer entscheidenden Phase, in der Deutschland sich positionieren muss. Ich bin mit dem Ziel hierher gekommen, zu verhindern, dass sich eine Kluft zwischen der Europäischen Union und Israel auftut. Diese Gefahr besteht und beide Seiten müssen daran mitwirken, dass dies nicht geschieht.
We're once again joined by Matti Zweig to discuss this further. Matti, thank you for staying with us. Germany's statements here have some weight behind them. Obviously, we've seen growing pressure from the international community here, Matti, including sanctions on some of the members of the Israeli government, Bezalel Smotrich and Itamar Ben-Gvir, just to name, over statements in Gaza. And obviously we've seen Benjamin Netanyahu, who completely deny that starvation is going on in the Palestinian territory. Do you think Israel here is risking losing all its international support, particularly from G7 nations?
Of course, there are a lot of pressure mounting on Israel, and we can understand that because the war goes on, and there has been no agreement to continue with freeing hostages and to redeployment of the IDF inside, and maybe changing the way the humanitarian aid is going inside. So they are really under pressure by their own governments and their own peoples in Europe. It's the same people that some days ago they say, together with some Arab countries, that Hamas must be finished in order to move forward. And now they are under pressure from the public opinion. Everybody understands that. This is from one side. From the other side, it's true. Israel has a government that is very unpopular also inside Israel. But Israel is a democracy and there still are no elections. The way they are doing the things now is like telling Netanyahu's government, you have to change your government, put other elements there, because these extremists are extremists, but the government is not annexating anything, as they didn't annex it 1 week ago, Judea and Samaria, only because they say that we love them and would like this to be part of Israel, of course. But this is one side. On the other side, you are using the word starvation. The word starvation is not proof. It's a very, very critical situation, but most 99.9% of the photographs of children starving, they have been proven that they are not true. Okay.
Where is this from, Matti? There's been multiple reports of starvation in Gaza, including from UNICEF, who say nearly 6,000 children under 5 were found acutely malnourished in the month of June, so over a month ago now, representing a 180% increase there. How can one say that these neutral bodies are not telling the truth here? Is that what you're saying?
Because no, of course not. But this is a war online. You don't have Sudan online. You don't have Congo, Rwanda online. You have only Gaza online. And 99% of the information come from Gaza. and from the Arab side. So I don't say it's not true that there is a lot of problems, but I say everything has been manipulated. What is for real is there must be a solution to this. From the Israeli side, I told you, they are in a deadlock. From the military point of view, they are just standing. They are just waiting for decisions from the Israeli government. And in this moment, the other governments are putting pressure on Israel. Maybe it's true that they must do that in order to have a solution to this. But we have a real conflict with two sides. I don't listen UNICEF saying why Hamas is making this oppression on their people, why Hamas is not freeing hostages. Maybe once you will listen to UN asking from Hamas something, and maybe something is going to move. And I'm not saying this only as an Israeli. I'm saying this as a human being, because also soldiers are getting getting killed, and also the hostages themselves are going to be killed because Hamas don't free them. So let's free them, and let's talk really about peace and humanitarian aid, and not only about Israel. Israel, please do for us everything after we attack you and kill you.
Okay, Matti Zweig, thank you very much for joining us. Pleasure to have you on the program. Well, that's all the time that we have this hour. We will continue to bring you more updates from around the world. Thank you for joining us.